Hello and welcome to the LSUS Esports Time Capsule, where we go back in time by sharing our stories and revisiting our teams. I am Elliot, and I'm driving solo today because I've got Van and Emmanuel from the Rocket League team. How are y'all doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Good. Well, obviously we have someone missing. It's KP, but he's not going to be here for this one. He'll be in for the rest, so don't worry. KP stands. I got you. We're what's with going on with y'all? I know summer break's starting. Well, it's been started, but how's classes? How's everything?
You first.
Me first? All right.
Yeah.
Well, classes are good.
Mhm.
And as far as summer goes, we're just preparing for the next session.
There you go.
Even during the summer, it feels like college is still in session. I'm not going to lie.
Totally get that. What about you, Van?
Classes are good and anything else like that. I've been just working. That's all.
There you
Working
go.
and still preparing for the next season, hopefully to get better.
There we go. Well, we'll get straight into it.
Yeah.
Talked about the Rocket League team, but first we need to talk about what is Rocket League. If either of y'all just want to answer that question, just what is it? What's the game? How would you describe it?
Most simple form is soccer with rocket powered cars. That's the most simple way to put it.
It's
Car soccer.
car soccer.
Car soccer.
Before we get started, I do have to say, this is my opinion. I want y'all's take on it real fast. Do you think Rocket League is the most boring esport, just in general? Because I
No.
think it is. I think it is. I want you to hear me out for a second. It really is just. It is just soccer.
But have you seen the matches?
I have seen some
Have
game
you seen
days.
it in person?
Well,
In-person
yes.
tournaments go crazy.
Do they?
They do. At higher levels, RLCS, ooh,
Everything's so
absolutely.
intense. So just everything's peak. It's
It's
just
peak?
a nice
Exact.
little show.
Okay.
Good teams with good commentators. Best experience you could ever imagine. Iconic moments just forming every year.
I bet.
And
Go on.
And with their new format, they're doing ones in RLCS now. So it's just
Really?
straight up one. Yeah, they're doing 1v1s in
Ooh.
RLCS now. So 1v1s, they got to be some of the most exciting, tear-jerking matches
Mm-hmm.
ever, especially at that stage, bro. It's literally just two people clashing it out, trying to
Yeah.
mind game each other, get one up the other. Is really interesting.
I
One's
got
just a
you.
purest form.
Yep. I totally hear y'all out. But we're here to talk about the Rocket League team. We're going to go back to the beginning because these two didn't join. They were technically a part of the second one. If y'all don't know, Rocket League was one of our original three teams that formed, I believe, in 2020 or 2021. I'm going to just do a quick recap of the inaugural season because I don't know much about it. And we're here to talk about, the second, the coming back of the team. So from what I know, and if y'all know anything else, feel free to add on to what I say. But the very first roster, it was, and I've got my notes here. So if I look down, audience, don't mind me. It was Gavin, Tyler, Treese, Parker, Noah, and I believe Butters was the coach. That was the first roster. They played at Contender Esports, rest in peace, doesn't exist anymore. But that's where they played.
Oh.
But we didn't, even when I first started off as an officer, we didn't really know what they were doing because they only played over there. There was no live streamed matches, no anything, just very secretive. But the only records that I know of is that they went 7-7 in the Indie Gaming League, which is an independent league. It's not collegiate by name, but that's where they participated at. And then it went, they did it for I think about a year because the hiatus was about 1 year, and the fall 2022 is where our story actually begins. Because our inaugural roster was Emmanuel, it was Bryce, and it was Jordan, right? Cyber Skies.
Yeah, Savage Skies.
I gotcha. So, Emmanuel, tell me about how that team formed. Take me through just that semester.
Well, just pull it up as a freshman, first time. came over, was like, "Oh, esports club. This looks nice. Let's go over there. Let's head over there." Since I'm a computer science major and the esports club literally hosts their stuff in the same building that I take my classes in, I'm just like, well, I know where this is. Let's go over there. We went there. They announced they had a Rocket League team, and I was like, whoa, I'm getting in on this 1,000%. There's no way I'm passing this opportunity by. Just had to get there. And then I think, I'm not sure really how I met Bryce and Jordan, but I guess I signed up, reached out to them with Discord, and we eventually met up that way. But yeah, that was nice getting into, of course.
Everything? Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know if I played a part in it because I know like the club meetings, the first club meetings are where teams are truly formed, and we'll just go over that fall semester real fast because y'all. I would think that y'all's inaugural season was when y'all went guns blazing the most because y'all beat like what 2 or 3 teams. Y'all's very first game, y'all did beat Mount St. Joseph. Do you remember anything about that game day? The very first one.
What I remember was that I was excited as all get out. I mean, just absolutely hyped. That season was for me the most mentally enjoyable
Mm-hmm.
because it was my first time playing. It was just amazing. So I guess that went over. That just went over all that. I'm not really sure how the games went. Of course, we were successful.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of clutch moments that I can't really seem to recall to my head, but I just know it was a blast.
I gotcha. And just for perspective, Van, you were still in high school at this point, the fall 2022.
Oh yes, I was, yeah. No, because you're saying fall 2021 contender esports. I'm like, oh yeah, no, that was my sophomore year. I played there in my high school esports team. I remember playing that.
Mm-hmm.
Of the only one on the Rocket League team for my freshman year.
I gotcha. Well, yeah, audience, like Van's like the youngest player they might have had in the Rocket League team. I might or might just in terms of like games played or like when you joined. So that's why just listening because you're learning too about all of this.
Yes, I very much am. It's
So
all old history to me.
so classes in session.
That's a good.
But before we move on with the fall 2022 semester, I wanted to talk about playoffs. The very first playoffs. Do you remember much of that, Emmanuel? Just that playoffs run?
The very first playoffs, uh, that was blah. We had
I'll set the scene for you. Let me set the scene. So, this was against Edgewood College. Does that name ring a bell? Yep, yep. But y'all, I have a story to tell about this. We, so that live stream, that game, you can't really access it any more because I live streamed it from my dorm. I was not in the lab itself because I think I just had something going on or something. I don't know why, but the entire stream got corrupted and no one can watch it anymore because that was the day I learned that my PC cannot handle live streaming for the most part.
Oh my god.
But we're here to talk about it now. We're here to talk about it now soon. As soon as Emmanuel is done speaking to whoever he's speaking to. But yeah, that Edgewood game, it was a reverse sweep. So a pure reverse sweep. Edgewood won the first 2, and then LSUS won the rest. So we were able to take the dub. Once Emmanuel can unmute.
I'm sorry, the family had walked in.
No, it's all good. But yeah, that Edgewood College game. Just tell me what you remember from it because that and just what it was and y'all's reaction to actually winning.
Well, the reverse sweep was definitely unexpected, but we were aiming for it 100%. We never give up. As soon as we were one game down, that's where we actually got the most intense because we were dead set on winning that series,
Mm-hmm.
and we came back. We started figuring out their patterns. We started figuring out their strengths and weaknesses. Took advantage of them like nearly perfectly. That's what brought us back. And they started falling apart after that,
Mm-hmm.
and that got us the victory.
Yeah, y'all were technically the first team to ever go to semifinals. Just timeline wise, because because Rocket League's games are on Monday, and then Overwatch on Tuesday, and so on and so forth. But then y'all have to face UW Stout, and that was a complete sweep, wasn't it? You don't even want to talk about it.
That let's just say they were in the wrong division. That was a
Mm,
team of people that were nearly pro.
mm,
Oh.
Like
Mm-mm.
that was a team of people who were nearly pro level. While meanwhile we're like three ranks, not even divisions, just three ranks entirely from pro level.
mm. Yeah, because
Straight up.
Nace Star League at that time they had rank lock, but it wasn't what's the word? They didn't enforce it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
because it was close enough with that division at that time, but as the season goes on and on, as time goes on, they really properly enforced it now, and now you don't even see anyone with like two ranks above these days. But yeah, that was unfortunate. I remember because I was there. I remember y'all wanted to switch the map. What was it, Barn or something? Y'all were that over the game. It was like, you know what? Let's just go to Barn. Let's just finish this.
Farmstead, yeah.
Farm. That was it. Not Barn. Uh, yeah. Then we move on to 2023. We've got. I'm just checking my notes. I mean, you could just talk about 2023, Emmanuel, because one of the seasons, no playoffs, trying to, get everything done. And then in fall, y'all actually split up into two teams, right?
Yes, we did split up into two
How'd
teams.
that go? Or do you remember who was on those teams?
I believe we had so I know Logan. I know we had Logan. I'm trying to remember. I definitely remember Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Since we had a purple and gold team.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really have any recollection of the other two members for the.
I think Jamie was one of them. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember because I wasn't really involved because I graduated that spring. So I think it was Jamie, maybe Alana. Bryce was definitely there for sure. Does those names ring? Does those names ring any bells?
Bryce rings a bell.
There you go. Yes, yes. And y'all did get each of y'all got a win, and then that was about it. Just a very, not as chaotic, not as guns blazing as the inaugural season. But now that I remember, Logan was actually your original coach back then. What was it like just having Logan as a coach?
What was it like having Logan as a coach?
Mm-hmm.
He was actually fairly good. It was something I wasn't really expecting because I've never really received coaching. I've never played on a team before.
Mm-hmm.
So Logan, he gave pretty good advice. I followed it. I still use it till this day. Part of my improvement plan in Rocket League, and I really respect and commemorate Logan for his teachings and his ability.
Is he still y'all's coach today, or no? I don't. No. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Uh, let's see. Is there anything you remember from just 2023 in general that you want to share? Any fun stories?
Fun stories, fun stories. I mean, besides the fact that one of the games I had own goal terribly, I don't really know about anything else funny. Uh, we've had a few laughing matters though.
Mhm.
Can't really recall them because they were all just hype, just in the moment type of deal.
Yeah, of course. Because
You
I
you get it? Man?
yeah, because I I remember not in 2023, but in like I think it was 2022, or no, I'm trying to remember. What before I graduated, I was actually y'all's spectator. Actually, I was y'all's broadcaster, and I want to say that was like the easiest job in the world because like you pull up, right? Like I would pull up, I would get the game ready and everything, and like you don't even have to do anything. There's like a director mode or like a
Director
can't remember,
mode,
director
yeah.
mode.
Mm-hmm.
I just press that, and then I just lean back. And I will say, y'all have like the shortest game days ever of all time. I think the longest I've ever had to sit in for a game day was like 30 minutes max.
Yeah.
Do y'all like
Rocket,
have? Oh, go on.
yeah, Rocket League games are really short unless you go into some crazy overtimes, which
That
man,
happened.
Yeah.
remember those RLCS 18-minute OT in RLCS?
Yes, yes, that
It
happened
was
like 2 years ago,
ridiculous.
right?
Yeah,
That
it was
was that was
ridiculous.
recent. That was oof.
Overtime's got to be one of the most intense things in Rocket League. It's so like breathtaking. Yeah, breathtaking. You just never know what's gonna happen. It's so intense. One goal, one mistake, it's all over after that.
I got
Yeah,
y'all.
but other than that, everything's just so short in Rocket.
Do y'all like that though? Having just as from an athlete's perspective, do y'all like having those short game days?
Yes.
Makes it quick and easy. I mean, it does because it does free up more time to do other stuff within the day, so it takes up less time. It's easy to move around,
Mm.
I get to go
but
home.
still,
That's true. You do get to go home earlier. It's not no Overwatch where you have to stay for
I
at least an hour. So totally get you there. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, because Van, you joined, what was it, fall 2024?
hmm
I got you.
yes.
What was it like for you to get added to the team? Because I'll set the scene real fast. Because I know, like, with Rocket League, just in general, it's always been, Bryson, Emmanuel, and then a third. Because first
hmm
it was Jordan, and then I believe Josh was another third. Are there any other thirds that I'm missing before before y'all split into purple and gold? Emmanuel, am I missing anyone?
We had Logan, or yeah, we had Logan as a third one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Emmanuel, I wanted to ask you, when y'all have to find the third eventually, like, do y'all try to scout things out, or like, do y'all decide yourselves? Because like you two are such a dynamic duo these days. Because like y'all are basically have been the Rocket League team for years.
Yeah, me and Bryce, whenever we play any form of duos, it's always just fun and games. We're always just tackling people down.
Hmm.
So, but as far as going for our thirds, it's more or less like whoever comes, whoever shows interest, get over here. We need players. We don't pick or choose. We're like,
Hmm.
doesn't matter if you're, it doesn't matter if you're inexperienced. It doesn't matter if you're more experienced. We want you.
Hmm.
We're here to help you improve. We're here to see you rise up to the occasion, rise up to the top. We just need players.
Hmm. I got you. Yeah, Van, what was it like for you to join the team? Well, how did tell me about your story getting in?
Because I came from having esport experience for I think 3 years before that of a full team I played in during high school. I knew the kind of the dynamic and how everything runs together. But just coming in and having two people that going from having a full team of like, oh, I know everybody, I know how they play, I know how we work together, to completely starting scratch and being the odd one out. Definitely, it took a little bit to get adjusted to, but
Hmm.
they just welcomed me with open arms and just helped me through it and got a good dynamic going within the third game of just playing together. First one was testing the grounds. Second one was seeing what works, what didn't, and third one we had it on lock.
Hmm.
Third one was bro clipping on the enemy team, obviously.
For real. How to peak in the middle of sessions.
Fourth one, bro, was carrying us.
Yeah, and then once Van joined the team, I think that's when y'all were able to go back to playoffs. Or did y'all have a playoffs appearance before Van joined?
I don't think we had any more
Mm.
playoffs after the first
After the first
season
one?
that we came. Yes.
I gotcha. Yeah. Like comparing to like back then and now, what do y'all think brought y'all back into playoffs? Was it Van just having a new player? Or was it just other factors?
Van definitely contributed a whole lot.
Mm.
Yeah,
Van has grown. Van has grown.
I was a little underranked than them. I was about like I think one full rank below, but I've gone close throughout the summer and near the end of the season. They've playing with them, just playing in like practicing in comp and just playing on their lobbies and just learning that faster pace definitely helps me get better and just grow with them.
I
Just grow
gotcha.
up to them. I feel like more. It very much helps.
Gotcha. And what
Yeah,
would
the things.
go on?
Oh, yeah, yeah. The things we like. Van when he first joined, he had along with us, we had a lot to work on. But after some time, we saw Van doing things we've never like expected him to do.
Oh, really?
It just surprised me. I would just be over there. I would put my hands off the controller and just let the coach control. Understand? I just have to sit there and watch. I'm third man sitting there with 100 pushers waiting for something to happen. Van's just not letting him do anything. So why
Mm-mm.
play? Why play? Van's
I'll
got me covered.
I'll sit with them with zero boost. Won't let them touch the ball.
Gotcha.
So,
And Ben, what was your first quarterfinals like, if you remember? Like going into
Ooh,
playoffs.
going into playoffs, I remember we only made one round of playoffs, right?
Yeah, y'all got
Yeah,
swept
I
in
remember that
quarterfinals, but y'all
game.
had that one game, yeah.
I remember that game. I remember going in feeling something off with just me, not with the team, but just
Mm,
with me. I was like, I'm not feeling it today. Today's not a good day for
mm,
it. But so we did our best, and it was close. I remember it being close for the first few.
mm. I gotcha. I don't
It
have it
was
on my notes who y'all faced off against in quarter finals, but let me see if
because
I
we
remember.
placed lower, so we went against a higher ranked team.
Yeah,
I remember playing them before the playoffs, and then
yeah.
I can't remember if we won or lost, but we were trying to get like a mentality that we beat them before, so we could beat them now.
you know what? You know what?
What?
Uh, I know what the problem was those last seasons. It was
Yes.
our internet, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
That's what was
That's what
killing
it was.
us. We literally win any match. I One time I tried to jump for a ball, like
Mm,
straight up just jump for it. I had the perfect angle lined
Mm-hmm.
up. I was
Mm-hmm.
ready to slide it.
mm.
Internet just said
No.
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't jump at all. And then when I
Yeah.
looked at the replay, it showed my car jump, tilt back, looked like I was going for an aerial.
Mm.
I just didn't move up. I just moved straight.
Oh
It
no.
is so
Mm-hmm.
it like it looks so bad that you would think that it is so unusual. You would never see movement like
Mm-hmm.
that in
It
a
Really?
game.
was.
Like it is so unintentional looking. It's
Mm.
so intentional looking, so perfect for a specific setup, but it just didn't happen. Like
Oh
I
no.
bet the whole team was just like, "What the heck is going on here?"
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
it would literally be a wheel spin of who's lagging this game. We would load in and see our ping, and we're like, all right, this person's lagging. They need to kind of stay in the middle, stay around.
Mm.
They can't be going for the good shot. They can't be the last one back, or they can't be the only one forward
Mm.
because they're gonna end up lagging and getting cut off. Because it would just be lags. It would be driving normal lag spikes, and it just your next few inputs per second or two would just be not counted at all,
Oh no.
and you just have to deal with the repercussions.
Mm.
I mean, it's a different type of lag. Like the
Really?
lag we usually experience in Rocket is like it's choppy. Rocket League lag has got to be the worst lag in gaming history.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
Why?
the
Why is
Rocket
that?
League. Because in games like COD, or shooter games, like lag is more like your bullets register late.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You appear on their screen sooner than they appear on yours, whatnot. In Rocket League, every every input, every single like position,
Micro adjustment.
Mm.
every adjustment counts.
Oh
Like
wow.
Rocket League is one of those games where you can't come into it with skills from another game and be good at it.
Really?
It's a completely new learning curve. You can't go from Rainbow to Apex or Apex to
Yeah,
Fortnite
no,
and
okay.
have good skills. You come to Rocket League, you're gonna be bad. You're gonna be like straight bad.
Gotcha.
There's no get on Rocket League. You're a good player in 1 week. There's no
Try
such thing.
getting the air for the first time. Oh,
Yeah, it just sounds like
So
a really
scary.
unique game. I never really got into it because like it's just I just think it's my kind of game. You know, I'm not really the sporty kind of like I watch some of y'all's games. It's just like I don't think I could get into this because I'm just straight up into shooters. I'm a shooter gamer all the way. Um, but I also wanted to ask y'all, how did this spring go? Because I know there wasn't a lot of coverage, not a lot of live streaming, you know, this spring. But like, how did that season go for y'all?
I feel like it was a good start season. It definitely got into the mix of everybody to get a feel of how everybody works, how we all work together. It was fairly good for this is my roommate,
Hello.
but it was good just to get started and everything else. For playoffs first season is a win in my books.
So it was you to embrace right this spring.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all go to playoffs? Do y'all remember?
actually, yes, we did go to playoffs. Face one of those other teams that we had beat the last
Yeah,
time.
Did y'all get to semi finals? This is I'm learning this for the first
mm-mm.
time. No,
Yeah, no,
first two
we did
quarters.
not.
Mm,
We got knocked out first quarter or in the quarterfinals.
mm,
But those issues, like we could have placed higher and for
Definitely.
quarterfinals and gone against the worst team for especially some games. There were a
mm.
few games that were like we played perfectly, but we only lost because it's lag.
Ah,
Exactly. I mean, so annoying. I'm not gonna
I mean,
say
they
anything
got it
about
fixed near the end, but like the damage is done.
mm,
I'm just
I
excited for
gotcha.
next season.
I gotcha. Well, I will say, just give y'all just like a boost. Like I've never seen so many games, just like in LSUS Esports, that would go to game fives. Even before you joined
Mm-hmm.
band, like a lot, like just in general, like y'all could always like just make it to the end, win or lose. I think that's just some good determination. Because when Overwatch 1 first started, we had 5 game series. There was no first to three, any of that. We had to play all 5 maps. So I think that's also something very valuable to like pick up and learn when you're doing collegiate esports is just endurance in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Endurance definitely plays a very big part in a lot of different things. You know, just because you could start off, if you start off too strong, then you could just end up absolutely fumbling,
Mm.
and it'll be a sad thing to see. So you have to be careful about it.
or the other way around, which is
Mm-hmm.
honestly how I would like it to prefer it. I would prefer we crumble and just improve as we play them rather than to crush them and then they improve
Hmm.
as we play them more. So it's like uh yeah, endurance is key in Rocket. Every game is a new experience. Every game there's no such thing as the same game.
Mm.
There's no such thing as the exact
Mm-hmm.
same scenario. I mean, there is a such thing,
Yeah,
but not
Mm.
fully. It's got variation to it.
I
yeah.
gotcha.
If you don't change, the opponent will, and then
Mm.
it'll go one way or the other.
Mm. I gotcha. And I
And
remember that y'all play. I don't remember if you joined the team at this point, but I know that y'all participated in some sort of RLCS thing in the summer.
oh, that was
Was it?
before me.
That was before you.
That
Yeah.
was before
Tell me
me.
all about that, Emmanuel.
Yeah. That started. I think we ended up facing pretty. We ended up facing some pretty high end players in
Mm.
those games. It was nice to play against them. We were honestly in it to win it, but at some point it just became, hey, let's learn how these guys play and let's try to climb up there and see how we can get to where they are because they were some pretty good players. They crushed us,
Mhm.
frankly to say, sadly to say, but that
Yeah.
just means we need improvement. Which
Mhm.
who doesn't want to improve? Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Unless you're that dedicated. If you're that dedicated, who doesn't want to improve? So we took those games, used them, looked at them, uh, and we never really lost. Every game was a learning experience. Every game was a growth. So we never lost anything.
Mhm.
We may have lost the chance at facing another team, but because we lost, because we failed, we can learn from that failure and aim for success in the next game.
I gotcha. And was it, just so I know, like, was it like a Rocket League event, or because obviously this wasn't collegiate? Like, did Rocket League like make this event?
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series, where
Okay.
the
Yeah.
pros go. So if we were to make it all the way up there, you saw what's on the land stage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it's like a qualification thing. Was it like a qualification
Yeah,
thing? You play enough games that you can try to make it to like LAN and
yeah,
beyond.
literally,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I think it was because I know in the past it's always been hard for RLCS for new teams to come up, so it's just their way of trying to get some new teams because you need sponsors and everything else. You need like a brand deals
Hmm.
to be able to make it that far. I think just because of price and whatnot, but this allowed people like, hey, if you have the skill, if you're good enough, you can make it.
I gotcha.
You can win a title.
Do y'all follow RLCS? Do y'all have like favorite teams or anything?
Eh. I did
I.
a while ago, but I haven't watched it in like a year or two.
Mm,
I haven't caught up as much.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't been really picking up to RLCS, but if I was to say about a favorite team, I would definitely like to put NRG at the
okay.
top. NRG has been a
Fan
long,
favorite.
it's been a fan favorite among the people.
Hmm.
Like there's this like thing in Rocket League because you know there's different regions, right? You got
Yep.
North America and Europe, and everybody disses NA and says EU is better.
That's most
Hmm.
esports these
Uh,
days, but yeah.
I
Yeah,
know,
always
but
EU
like
superiority.
the NA team that I really just like liked because of their longevity. Their
Hmm.
roster never really changed. They had a really consistent roster for a long time, and that's what I really respected about that team because they
Mhm.
stuck together through thick and thin, no matter what.
Hmm.
And they even won
Hmm.
championships. They won championships. One of the players named Squishy Muffins
Mhm.
is a very long time player. Uh,
Oh, first ceiling
yeah,
shot.
Mhm.
bro. Yeah, he literally popularized the
He's
squishy
a
side, squishy save.
squishy save.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Okay.
is very iconic. Like if you have to like name an iconic Rocket League player, Squishy is definitely number one on that list.
Wow.
I would literally
actually,
say,
Didn't
especially
he
how
join
he
Cloud
kept
Nine?
with it in Commander.
Didn't he join
yeah,
Cloud
He was
Nine?
Cloud9.
part of Cloud9 originally.
Or because no,
Yeah,
the
And
name
Cloud9.
then,
pops up. I don't follow Rocket League
yeah,
or LCS at all, but like I just saw it on like
that's where,
Twitter one day. I'd be
that's
like, oh,
the,
Swishy
that was
Mushrooms,
like the
Cloud
original
Nine.
team.
Some. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And then Cloud9 dissipated. I forgot what it was. It was very random, very out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
News hit like a truck because it was like
Mm,
this legendary team. Where is this like amazing player going to go? He ended up going to NRG
mm,
and joining with Garrett G and Justin,
mm-hmm.
and it was just amazing duo on paper.
I gotcha. So,
Yeah, they are some incredible. I could go on and on about Gary G and Justin and
Yeah,
Squishy,
you know,
but yeah,
Garrett G and Squishy definitely had some history together. I would feel because they've definitely faced off many times before at previous competitions. And Justin, as like the newer player, came in.
okay,
Not as the same team, but
I
there.
gotcha. So y'all are saying that y'all are going to be the next NRG in collegiate, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, three. You
of course.
know, all three of y'all
might
sticking
work.
together. You
Might
know,
work.
likely same squad going into Fall and Beyond. Um, so yeah, let's see. Uh, and how long have y'all played the game? When did y'all start to pick up the game?
No, I'll go. Yeah, you go first. You go first. I got a story.
All right. I'll let you tell your story while I'm muted because there's so much
Okay.
noise. So I started Rocket League when it came out free to play. I don't remember, but it was some Halloween, October, I think of 2022, was it?
I know the game
was
first
around
came
that,
out in
yeah.
2015. I have nothing to share to this because I've never touched the game.
It came out 2015.
2020, September 23rd, 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020
okay.
because I got it on my Switch.
Holy, I've been playing
That's
this game
what I
for
remember.
5 years.
How does that make you feel?
Delayed.
How does that make you feel?
My goodness, I realize I do have like 1,500 hours in the game. So,
Rookie numbers.
I know, right?
Oh, I got check my hours.
Well, how many hours do you have?
started-
You want up that?
I have played Rocket League on all 4 consoles. I started originally in 2015 actually, whenever it was free to play on the PlayStation Plus store. That's when it first came out, and my dad got it and he's like, "Hey, let's try this. Let's play this out." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I just loved it. It was one of the games I played. I didn't play any against any players or anything else like that. I didn't get any Alpha rewards. Really wish I saw it sooner. Oh, those Alpha rewards. Gosh darn.
What are they?
But it's like the rare items. But I
I
ended
gotcha.
up played against bots, and dropped it till around 2018, 2019, because I got it on my computer. I was like, you know what, I want to pick this back up, and I bought it on Steam, and I just started playing more on that, and I went from there. I played it on Xbox for a little bit, then my PC stopped working. I got a Switch, so I played on Switch. That was in 2020 because I got it for free on the Switch, and I eventually went back to PC.
Nice.
So I still have the EST 2015 tag.
Wow.
I love to rock.
Wow.
Just a flex on everybody. I see a lot of 2016s, but not 2015s.
I gotcha. Well, before we wrap it up, I just an open discussion. What are y'all's favorite memories just being on the team in general? Anything that comes to mind, let's share them. And I can go first if y'all need to think. Unless y'all have any like right off the bat.
Everything that was related to passing plays or anything that involved the whole team, any play that involved the whole team was just pure bliss. It makes your heart burst open, man. Just seeing
the energy after it is insane.
I know. Watching Van cook has got to be the best sight ever. Van and Bryce. Watching my teammates cook has got to be the best sight ever. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, my first solo play in front of y'all was crazy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Doing like I can't remember what it was, but I think it definitely had something to do on the ground, because at first started out, I was insane on the ground. I just played so much, I just could not get in the air, but I knew how to get a ball around people and get it around and get in the goal. But I did it, and they were just cheered me. Bryce screamed the loudest he could every time.
That's what I love about Bryce.
Hoping no one else was in that gaming room.
Yeah, Bryce is the biggest hype man. He is the biggest hype man I've ever met. Because one of my I've got two memories. One of them, I think y'all were facing Lindenwood. I wasn't there for that, just from a viewer perspective. He got I don't play Rocket League. I don't know how to describe it, but he hit the ball, and then nobody had to move it, and it just went into the goal. I don't know what y'all call that, what the terminology is, but that happened, and then you can just hear him scream, "I'm the GOAT!" And then he goes up to his camera, and he shows off his jersey, like, what does that say? LSUS. GOAT teammates. GOAT team. GOAT game. And I was just like, I love you, Bryce.
Oh, Bryce is the GOAT.
That's the best.
Oh my God.
Definitely the showman.
Yes.
I know.
He might be the biggest hype man. He might be the club's hype man, I think. I'll go on the record to say that.
I've heard him during the Siege games.
Oh yes, and we're definitely going to talk about Siege later on in the podcast.
Mhm.
But another memory, this will be like my final thing, and then we'll head
Mhm.
off. But there was a time y'all had 2 game days. Yeah, y'all had 2 game days,
Yeah.
and I think this was before you were on Van, I believe. Yeah, because Logan was in, and
Oh, we did this then.
and so like y'all lost the first game, then y'all did like a few like 1v1 show matches, and then I brought y'all to the teacher station to react to some 2000s commercials. Emmanuel, do you remember that?
I do. I
Because
do.
it was very experimental. Because like I was the one running the live stream, and I was just like, we have 30 minutes to kill. What could we possibly do? And then I just saw like 2000s compilation, and I was just like, all right, well that's that. That's the game plan. Y'all enjoyed yourselves, right? Right, Emmanuel?
We did. We did.
Because I had a feeling y'all needed like that break. Because I don't remember if it was a sweep or not. I don't remember what the game state was. But I was just like, yeah, y'all come take a break. And then there was a Danimals commercial that came up, and then I was telling the story. It was the little Crush Cups, and
Oh,
it was the commercial with the Sprouse twins, and then I was telling the story of like, oh, at my elementary school they wouldn't let us crush them. We would have a spoon because they didn't trust us to crush it, and there was 2 zingers from the team. The first one was Emmanuel. He was like, oh, you don't want to crush it all over your crush, and we were just like, hold up, timeout. And then immediately after that, Logan was just like, yeah, well, crush driving, it kills so many people a year, and it's a damn shame. Like, back-to-back jokes just like that, and I was just like, this is the Rocket League team that I know and love.
Yeah, if anything,
Oh, my.
bro, we were so cooked after them games, bro.
I think y'all did lose both series, and I think that was the first like double feature in like LSUS esports history. I think because that wasn't a thing back then. You just had 2 game days in one day, just for scheduling reasons and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah.
That was some fun time right there.
yes. But I mean, hey, more fun to be had, right? Fall's coming up.
I did.
You're not graduating anytime soon, Van. I don't know if you and Emmanuel are, or Emmanuel and Bryce, you two are graduating soon. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting closer there.
Getting there?
Getting closer. Like maybe a year and a half here.
Okay.
So we got time. I got time.
You got time. You got time to cook me up a little bit.
So,
I gotcha. Well, with that, we're going to say farewell and take care, and we will see y'all later. Bye, guys.
bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.